Timer's ticking. Last chance to hit those likes. Let's get the party started. Yo! Good morning, everyone. Good freaking morning. I see Scotty freaking swing up in this bitch. Let's go. Guys, we don't even need to do a video this morning. MicroStrategy, aka Michael Saylor, just bought $2,500 BTC. We know what that means, okay? If you've been around this space and you ever seen Mr. Michael Saylor buy some Bitcoin, I think we've known what's happened every single time that he's bought some Bitcoin. So I'm just going to put that out there. It's a little bit of non-chart stuff, but Michael Saylor buying BTC typically has not been the best thing that's happened to the space. That usually precedes in a little bit of a dumperoo. Okay, now that's just speculation. That's a little bit of a conspiracy theory, though. It's been a pretty good conspiracy theory for quite a while. I think it's like since his first Bitcoin buy, really. It's been pretty conspiracy theory. Let's go on. Scotty Swing, Alan. We got Reeland. We got Daniel. We got Righteous Reject. What a name, man. Righteous Reject. Holy moly. Who hurt you, man? Who hurt you, Righteous Reject? Mike said, Jordan, I'm eating a sock once it gets below 20K. No, Jordan, I'm wearing this hat until we go. You know, dude. We can't do this hat. It's not Christmas. We could pull it off before Christmas, but listen, it's not Christmas anymore. Everyone who comes in here and sees me with this damn hat on is going to be like, why the hell is this guy wearing a hat? You know? And maybe we'll put it back on. Maybe at some point when we're really ready for a rally, we'll put the hat back on. I don't think it's right now, though. So we're going to leave the hat off, and we're going to kind of do our thing here. What's going on? Michael Saylor equals dumb. Michael Saylor equals freaking dump. We know how it is. Anyways, what's Bitcoin doing? Well, Nothing. Again, well, I mean, we're still in that range. I told you guys, if I had to predict what happens to Bitcoin in the short term, I think that we go to the rest of this week, we just go sideways, right? Maybe we come back up to 17K, then we come back down to 16.6, and we just kind of go up, down, up, down, up, down in this range. That's what it's been for the last 10 days. What the hell would I expect anything different? What's changed since yesterday? Not much has changed in my opinion, though. We'll see, right? We'll see. I mean, the point of today's morning video, I want to talk about, the DXY a little bit deeper because we know that's at a big level, right? And sort of, we're not talking about hourly charts, 4-hour charts, 15-minute charts. I know you guys are like those charts, but we're not talking about those. We're talking about a bigger time frame move and something that could either make or break the space here over the course of the next couple weeks to months. So that's what we're going to talk about a little bit today. The stock markets are coming up a little bit. Okay, that's at least good for the short term. Okay, you're seeing some stuff that was getting absolutely capitulated yesterday, like Tesla, Amazon. They're a little bit green this morning. Tesla's up about 6% already today. So that is a good thing for the short term. Clint's Tesla buy is doing pretty well right now. Nice job, Clint. Clint. I got to give a pump song just for Clint. Just for Clint, man. Good morning to you. Let me take a sip of coffee here. Ah, this is delicious. Delicious. Hold up. He got hat pulled. Hope Clint's here and we're not just awkwardly dancing for him. Hold up. Soul's bouncing. We're not dancing for Bitcoin, guys. We're not dancing for Bitcoin. Don't think that we're bouncing right now for Bitcoin. I mean, it's up a little bit. You know, it's so sad. It's like we sort of zoom out on the short-term charts for Bitcoin, guys, and we sort of see this and we're like, holy shit! Like, are we really saying that we're pumping right now and we're up $100? Holy crap! What has happened to the space? Holy crap! Bitcoin's up 0.24% in the day, and we're bullish. I guess we got to take the wins while we have them in this sort of market. Anyways, what's the big thing for today? It's not Bitcoin short-term move. Okay, still, and in the short term, I mean, realistically, you look at the chart, okay? You're sort of in a no man's land for me still. Right? This is the mid-range of this whole range, okay? From swing lows to swing highs, from 15.5 up to 18.5. This is the mid-range here at 17K. You're just kind of a magnet at the mid-range. To me, as far as trades, this isn't a good setup for me. I think you're flipping a coin right now, right? I really do think you're flipping a coin. I think you're sort of gambling here. If you're taking a long or a short, anywhere near this level for like a quick swing, I think you're sort of gambling. Though I will say, continuously I will say, that there's a lot of inequality up here from 18.5 down to 17K, that they move the price down quick. Are they really not going to bring this up to take this inequality in the charts? We'll see. I still do think in the immediate short term, okay, there's still a possibility that you could see Bitcoin have a quick rise up, take some of these vector candles and this inequality in the chart, and then possibly just come right back into the range and sort of continue sideways until the end of January, which is my main base case. Is Bitcoin just boring people out, continuing to be boring until the end of January, okay? And so far, since we've been saying that, that's been the case. Super uber freaking boring, Dang, it looks like a big old head and shoulders pattern. A big old head and shoulders. We'll take a look. But anyways, I don't want to spend too much time on this today. I mean, Bitcoin really just in a big range. Not much has really changed. We can make up stuff. You'll probably watch other videos making up some stuff and like, oh, this. Nothing's really changed in the last 10 days, guys. I hate to say it, but we're in sort of this stupid middle of the range consolidation that is absolutely brutal. Now, I'll say in the daily time frame, like yesterday, Bitcoin's still below the 50-day moving average. That has typically been a point where it's gotten rejected multiple times in this bear market. I mean, we can go back and look in the past, and ever since really April 2022, it's been up, rejection up to 50, continuation down. You were able to get back above it here. Okay, you got a little bit of a move up after getting back above it. Cool. But then it was move up, rejection, right? Move up, rejection. Move up, rejection. once you're able to get back above it, you actually got a pretty nice move. But recently it's been up, rejection, up, rejection. So let's see. So what you'll notice is whenever we've been able to get back above the 50-week moving, the 50-day moving average, sorry, we've gotten a little bit of moves up to the upside. So I'm watching that like a hawk today. Can Bitcoin get any momentum above the 50-day moving average? If it can't, well, it's probably going to be like some of these times where you kind of just come back and sort of test the bottom of the ranges here. So I'm watching this like a hawk today. And going into the rest of this week and next week and I guess forever, because we have to get back above it. But I'm watching that 50-day moving average like a hawk. And really, it's the 50-day moving average and it's the mid-range at 17K. Until you get back above those, it's cool, it's cute, right? Bitcoin making cute little moves. So, it's like this little little hamster that, wants to really run fast on that hamster wheel, but it just can't get anywhere here. So that's about where we're at in the short term. That's where we're at, That's where we're at. Let me take a sip of coffee here. I'm not going to slurp, though. I promise I'm not going to slurp. Here we go. Look at that. Look at that. I didn't slurp. Holy moly. Now, just wait till the next sip. I won't remember to slurp. And I'll end up slurping really, really loud. And I'll get people in the comments section going, are you serious? Stop slurping, man. I can't even watch this video you're slurping so much. You know what? To all the people in the comment section that want to say I can't slurp, let me hear you drink coffee, okay? Let me hear you drink coffee. Let me hear you drink coffee. Are you slurping when you drink coffee? If the answer is yes, back the frick off, mother trucker, okay? That's what I'll say to you. Comment section warriors saying, why are you slurping, bro? I'm going to slurp, okay? Just kidding. I'm trying not to slurp. Anyways, what's the main topic I want to talk about today? Well, let's jump into the main topic. Enough about the short-term charts on Bitcoin, because quite frankly, there ain't anything to say. If you're talking about the short-term chart for Bitcoin, you're kind of just making stuff up at this point. Let's look at the DXY. That's this is the main cookie that everyone should be looking at right now, because like we said, the DXY is at a huge turning point where it's a sort of a fork in the road. It's either going to make or break the current market, including Bitcoin, including stocks, including multiple different things. You notice that, so we've talked about this a few times, but the DXY being at the 2017 peak and being at the 2020 peak, okay? Now it's also sitting right back down at that 2020, at those two peaks, okay? You guys can see we got a little wick above that 2 weeks ago, and we're also at that 50-week moving average. This is such a big moment here, where you sort of say, okay, was this just a big blow off top for the DXY, and now we're coming all the way back down to take all this inequality in the DXY? We want to talk about inequality on the charts. There's a lot of inequality on the DXY chart, okay, on the bigger term time frame. So what happens here? Let's freaking see. Will this break? Will this hold? You'll notice if we zoom in a little bit, what's today? Wednesday? We are below those 50-week moving averages, right? The 52-week EMA and the 50-week MA. We're below those. If you go back in the past after big, sizable moves up, okay, and you've looked at when you've had a catastrophic move up and then a quick move down, you notice when you break that, it's pretty a good indicator that you're at least slowing down in the current trend. Okay, at least recently, I would say. But this is huge. This is huge. And I would zoom out and say, okay, is the DXY since 2008 just in a big channel? Where it had a move up, move down, move up, move down. You had a little bit of a deviation because you printed a lot of money down here, right? March of 2020, you printed a lot of money, you deviated, but then you came back up to the ties. Now you're coming back down to the lows. That's the big question I have right now is, what's the DXY going to do here? This is it. Now, we'll see. I told you guys, if I had to guess what happens here, I think the DXY gets a little bit of a bounce, if I'm going to be honest, right? And that's not fun, right? We don't want to hear that. We want Moon now. We want Lambo now. I think that DXY gets a little bit of a bounce, and then sort of continues sort of sideways into 2023. And then what I'm hoping for is something big happens and this actually dumps from this channel into 2024, and we sort of come back down. But we'll see, right? I mean, the DXY is man, this is a big point in the market right now where, you know, this ain't no joke. This ain't no joke. I mean, we've broken it in the past after big swing moves up. You've seen pretty hefty moves in the DXY down, and that means that the stock markets usually go down too. So we're gonna watch this like a hawk. Like I said, I mean, you talk Bitcoin charts all day, but it's sort of pointless right now. I'm not gonna lie. It is sort of pointless to talk about those charts at the current moment. It is what it freaking is. I'm excited to see what happens with this, though. No one else gets more excited about these things than me. Okay, I'm excited to see what happens here on the weekly charts, not the 15-minute. What happens on these little charts here? Well, we'll see. Like I said, if I had to guess, I think we bounce. But we got what? Thursday, Friday for a close below. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Hot coffee or bust? Oh, of course, hot coffee, man. I used to be a huge iced coffee guy, and you know, quite frankly, I feel kind of bad for being an iced coffee guy. I don't think you truly become a man until you start drinking hot coffee. You know, that's my personal opinion. That's my personal opinion. If you're 50 years old drinking iced coffee still, well, you know, you do you. I personally think that you really don't mature, right? You really don't realize your manhood until you start picking up a good old hot cup of Joe and drinking it, you know? Man. As I slurp. But no, that's the DXY. And we know the markets right now. I mean, Bitcoin continues to hold up pretty dang well, okay? We sort of talked about this yesterday. If you would have told me that, like, if we look at some of these big players here, look at Google getting crushed to the downside. Look at Amazon getting annihilated to the downside. Okay, absolutely annihilated. Look at Tesla getting absolutely annihilated to the downside. If you would have showed me these charts and said, where do you think Bitcoin is? I would have probably told you that. If you showed me this Tesla chart right here, you showed me this Amazon chart right here, I would have probably told you that I think Bitcoin's probably at 10K. I'm not going to lie. The reason for that is because look at these moves since August, where Bitcoin's really been sideways since that time. I mean, 144 down to 80 for Amazon, almost a 50% drop since August. Tesla since that time, down $300 to 100, almost a 66% drop from that time. Okay, these things are getting annihilated, but Bitcoin continues to hold relatively steady up until this point. You know, I've been hyping this up for like a month now, and I will continue to hype this. I think there's going to be a little bit of a, I don't want to say narrative shift, but I think there's going to be a shift where you're going to see stocks dump hard, but you're going to see Bitcoin maybe not like go up, but you know, sort of hold steady. This is not inclusive of altcoins. I want to put that out there. This is Bitcoin only. I think Bitcoin will continue to outpace the stock market over the course of the next couple months, if not, you know, sort of for the super long term here. It's due for its time. As you see in Tesla, Amazon, Google, these things getting annihilated. But Bitcoin versus the SPX continues to move up. So this all kind of plays into each other. For my narrative, which probably more sideways / down for at least another month, if not a little bit longer than that. But after that, I'm expecting a little bit of a surprise. It's the future. Prenup the cryptos, not your keys, not your coin. Abram said Jordan is acting spicy today. Spicy? Mm-hmm. How do you act spicy? You know, how do you act spicy? I guess acting spicy is you have a huge temper, right? You start going nuts. I don't think I'm acting very spicy. Let's go back to Bitcoin here. Bitcoin still moving up a little bit. It's one of those things that this candle looks huge, right? We look at this candle and we go, oh my God, Bitcoin's moving up right here. And it's like, I sort of forget volatility. It's up about $100 today, which is pretty freaking nice. Pretty nice. Cheers to a $100 move for Bitcoin, 0.45%. Let's get pumped today. No, it would be awesome if Bitcoin could break 17K. In all seriousness, that would be awesome just for a little bit of, not even green, just give me any price action. It's the main reason why I'm not wearing this hat. As I tell you, that's the main reason I'm not wearing the hat. Not that it's hot as shit and it gets itchy as hell down there and it smells like fungus. Yeah, that would be awesome. Move above 17K. But yeah, I mean, listen, like, I look at a lot of this shit. Okay, it's not just Bitcoin versus the SPX. Let's look at this one right here. This is the 2-week chart on the S&P 500 as well. Obviously, we know there's no, let's say it again, there's no reason to be super bullish below the 50-week moving average. As long as the S&P is below the 50-week moving average, there is no reason to be bullish, okay? So we ain't bullish, okay? I'll say that. But what I'll say is, this is do or die time. Comparative to 2000 and 2008, this has been around the time where they started to capitulate, right? And we've seen it across we've seen it across stocks so far. You compare this to, everyone likes to compare this to 2000 and 2008. I get it up to this point. It's been the exact same up until this point. But this is around the time frame wise, price wise. Do I have the fractals still? I think I have the fractals. Let me bring up the fractals here. Right here. SPX. All right, here we go. This is 2000, 2008, and 1976. This is around the time where all of them capitulated, okay? Where all of them started to really go down quick, right? We've moseyed our way down, but this is do or die time. And you notice how the DXY is at a massive swing point where the stock market's comparative to 2008, 2000, and 1976, I believe, all were at the point where they were ready for a major capitulation to the downside, okay? You know, look at all these. This is 2000. This is 1976. This is right here. There we go. This is 2008. This is 2000. All right. They're all at that point where it's ready. It's ready for do or die time. It's absolutely crazy. Something's got to give. Something has got to freaking give here soon. And like I said, I'm excited. Either way, I'm excited for it in this year, right? I told you guys I'm not really calling for bottoms at this point. I'm just 2023 is accumulation zone, though. You've already started to see those capitulations, right? We already talked about it. You've seen Tesla drop 60% in the last 4 months. You've seen Amazon drop 40% in the last 4 months. You've already seen it. You might not think you see it, but you've already seen it a little bit. Okay, so let's see what happens. At the end of the day, let's freaking see. Now, I'll say this. Bitcoin's Bitcoin. Hold on one sec, guys. Sorry, man. Couldn't concentrate. Couldn't concentrate when talking in the background. Is Maya having a party? That's why I had to close the door, man. That's why I had to close the door. Holy moly. Is my... The girls are... You know, you saw my face. Like, I gotta go close that door, man. I gotta go close that freaking door. That's some juiciness. Anyways, back to what we were talking... Back to what we were talking about. I guess the one other thing I wanted to note on the S&P chart is this 2-week MACD. Now, you might be saying, Joe, but you said you don't like indicators, right? Indicators are pointless here. Indicators are pointless here. Yes, indicators are pointless, okay, in my personal opinion, but you can use them a little bit, okay? And I look at the past and I say, when is the 2-week MACD? Who knows the things that go on in that apartment? Said Mike. But whenever we look at the 2-week MACD on the S&P, it typically does not have many false signals. The only false, so we look at the flip. Look at where it is right now. This thing wants to flip. You see how much this thing wants to flip? This thing wants to flip. This thing wants to flip everything. It's hard to just flip that door closed over there. It wants to flip. You notice it here. All right. In the past, when you've gotten that flip, it's been a pretty good thing. We can call it the flippening. Maybe we'll make a video and call it, the flippening. Which, the flippening, everyone thinks the flippening is ETH over Bitcoin. Maybe the flippening is the 2-week MACD on the S&P. But over the course of time, you haven't had really any false signals besides one signal, right? What was that signal? Well, we go back to 2008. So let's compare this to let's compare this to 2008. Okay, we should pay. Mr. Miles, don't do that, man. I will come after you, Mr. Miles, if you do anything like that. Okay, don't pay Maya to troll me during my stream. What do you think this is? This is very important shit here. I'm sort of playing. Well, we go back to 2008 real quick. And we look at this and say, okay, this whole bear market from 2007 to 2009, you did not get any false signals on the 2-week MACD flip. Okay, this whole time, you notice it right here. What is this? Get out of here. Get out of here. This whole time, from the highs to the lows, you notice it was red the whole time. Okay, when it flipped right here, that is when the market was already coming up. Okay, which was right about here. And you'll notice that, you're sort of near that 50-week moving average. Now, the only false signal that this actually happened was in 2000, right here in 2001. And this kind of reminds me about where we're at right now. I'm not going to lie. This point right now seems almost identical to where we're at in 2000 and in 2001. If you notice right here, you got a little bit of a false flip. Right here, you're still below the 50-week moving average. This time frame right here reminds me of where we're at right now, where you come up for that second little retest and then you dump. It does remind me of that a little bit, okay? Because you're still below the 50. And what's the two scenarios we want to see bullish for the markets? Above the 50-week moving average and the 2-week MACD flip. This looks like, if we can close this week green, this looks like this is going to flip to the upside, okay? We're going to have a false signal. And then do you see that final capitulation down to the 200 moving average here? We'll find out. You're already starting to see it, right? You're already seeing Tesla getting trounced. Amazon getting trounced. Many of these things getting trounced. We'll see, all right? We will see if we get the false MACD flip. Or if the MACD flip will not be false. All you can do is speculate. All you can do. Do it be slurping? Joro, can we get a poll? There's a controversy in the Discord. Phone or no phone when you're on the show? Let's do it. People won't like this, but this is a bear market question for sure. Do you use your phone on the crapper? Let's do that. Yes or no? Do you use your phone on the crapper? There you go. Nice little poll. You guys know my take. You cannot be on the crapper without your phone. What weirdo? Can I do a quick rant alert here?
Rant alert.
I'll do a quick rant alert before we continue on. What weirdo would say not to use your phone on the crapper? That is a normal thing. Okay? What else are you supposed to do on the cracker? What else are you supposed to do on the crapper? Are you supposed to sit there and stare at the wall? No, of course not. You could be sitting on the crapper for 10 minutes. You use your phone for 10 minutes and do something on it. That's 10 minutes you save right there in your life. Of course you use your phone on the crapper. What weirdo? What little robber, right? Robert's like the guy version of Camirand. What robber goes, that's disgusting. You don't use your phone on the crapper. That's disgusting, man. That's disgusting. Who are you? That's so unsanitary. Like, oh, come on. Grow a pair of balls. Grow a damn pair of balls.
Rant alert.
Use your phone on the crapper, man. You have no ball. You have no ball sack if you... You have zero ball sack if you don't use your phone on the crapper. I'm going to say that right now. Zero ball sack. Okay? Not only do you not have eyes, but you don't have the ball sack. Okay. Does not use phone on crapper. Well, John, there you go. I guess that settles what John is. John has no balls. Look at 83% say yes. That's awesome. That is freaking awesome. And by the way, if you guys just said no, we can see you say no. I'm just kidding. We can't. It's anonymous poll. We can't see who you vote. If we could, I would judge every single one of you that says no. I don't use the phone on the crapper. Well, breather, we know what kind of guy you are. I'm going to say that right now. Just 2 balls hanging, no sack. What's a ball sack? Let's see. I could have called it on John. Jordan, not everyone can have balls. Very insensitive. Oh, come on. I guess that's true. Not everyone can have balls. Are you even crapping if you don't have your phone? No. What are you supposed to do? Stare at the wall? Like, guys, I'm serious. What do you do if you're sitting on the toilet and you don't have your phone in your hand? You just awkwardly sit there like this? I bet there's at least 10 to 20 of you guys right now that's shitting and you're listening to me right now. As funny as that sounds, I bet there's like at least 20 of you guys that are taking a shit right now watching this. I don't know how many people are watching right now, but it doesn't matter. 300, 400, 500, 200, whatever it is. I bet at least 20 of you guys are taking a shit right now. I will take that bet. Okay, anyways. Bitcoin's still moseying its way up. I'm curious to see how the stock market closes this week. I am very, very, very curious to see. Not that it necessarily means like, okay, really anything, to be honest. But, like I've been saying, if this can close green this week, let me go to the weekly time frame. You got a little bit of a case. And, excuse me. I've made this case that I think the market's going to come back up because we looked at, there's like a record number of short positions right now on the markets. Like everyone thinks we're going down, right? And this, I don't want to be this guy that's like, okay, everyone's bearish. That means we're going to go up because that hasn't been the case all year, man. Let's be real. That hasn't been the case all year. Though right now there's a record number of shorts, I believe, on the S&P, more than 2008. Like more people are bearish right now than 2008. Like I said, this is the most predicted bad year of all time. Everyone thinks 2023 is going to be a bad year. Okay. And if you don't think it's going to be a bad year, you think it's just going to be sideways for the most part. And I guess I could see the point where this actually comes back up to take this big wick, this big wickaroo up here, just like Bitcoin, right? You take this big wick and then you come back down. Just like Bitcoin, where I could see them coming back up, taking this big inequality in the charts just to get back down to the range, you know? Because if you kind of look at Bitcoin on the daily chart here, it's very interesting. You look at Bitcoin on the daily chart, what has Bitcoin done the whole year? It's been bear flag after bear flag after bear flag after bear flag, just bear flag dump, bear flag dump, bear flag dump, bear flag dump, bear flag dump. Do you continue up in this bear flag a little bit, right? Because I look at this and I say, okay, you get a little bit of an upward sloping trend line. You get a little bit of an upward sloping trend line. You know, I guess it's kind of it's kind of speculative, you know, like this. But does the market still want to come back up to take some of this bullshit? You know, it kind of reminds me of this time frame right here, And I've said this in the past. It reminds me of this time frame right here, where the market, like, everyone was expecting kind of lower here, and the market kind of just continued up in this like kind of channel before eventually dumping. I can see something like that playing out, right? Where maybe it's not as volatile, but you know, you get a little bit of a move up, right? You sort of get everyone bullish again, 18,000, maybe come back down. You get one more move up, take the liquidity to the upside, and then you come back down. And that's kind of what we've been doing all year. For the most part, it's just breaking the daily RSI, continuing down over and over and over and over again. We'll see though, right? We'll see. It's speculation. And you know, I guess it is what it is, as I would say. But that's what we've done the whole year. It's just up in a channel, dump, up in a channel, dump, up in a channel, dump. Right? I mean, look at all this. Up in a channel, dump, up in a channel, dump. You know, look at all these channels, man. I'm sick of damn channels. I'm ready for a freaking bull flag. I don't know about you. I'm sick of these bear flags over and over and over again. Channel dump, channel dump, channel dump, channel dump, channel dump. It's just, God, I'm sick. I don't know. You guys sick of these bear flags? I don't know. I personally am sick of these damn bear flags. I'm just curious if we actually were to take this measure move and put this down here, where would this put BTC? Right? Let's say it goes up to like 18.5 again. Look where it puts Bitcoin, right at like 13,600, which we know, you know, is the level everyone's calling for, which is 13,800, which is the 2019 highs, which is taking this last vector candle down here on the weekly, and is also what was the other thing I was looking at here? Actually. No, I guess those are the two things. But we'll see. We shall see. Taking phone to the crapper now. Everyone is. Everyone's taking a phone to the crapper. Right? Maj, you use your phone on the crapper?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Even Maj uses the phone on the crapper. That's what I said. There's people in the chat thinking that's disgusting. And I asked, I said, what do you do if you just sit on the toilet and don't use your phone? You just sit there and stare at the wall?
Oh no, back in the days I would read the labels on like products.
And the reason why they don't is they think it's unsanitary, which John said, my ear gross. Poop on the ceiling? Oh yeah, public restrooms are a train wreck? Oh, dude, you guys ever noticed? It's been the last few years, really. Public restrooms used to be somewhat cleaner. Now, every single public restroom you use in a restaurant, in a store, they're all nasty now, man. There's always piss on the floor stuck to it. It's disgusting. No one cleans anything anymore, which I'm not going to say like I'm not necessarily the most clean person. I don't think I'm dirty, but I'm definitely not the most clean. Listen, like, clean up the floors, man. Holy shit. It takes the phone from out of its hand before it goes to the crap again. Read word. Don't be saying that, man. All right. I guess, guys, I'm going to call it a stream. Yeah, I mean, we know the things that we're waiting for. A lot of these things are on the higher term time frames, and these things can continue to take weeks to months to play out, right? I told you guys I am not gonna, as long as Bitcoin is below the bull market support band, you will not see me clickbait you. I'm saying anything like Bitcoin's getting ready to go to the moon, anything like that. There is no reason. If you see anyone's thumbnail, I'll be honest with you guys. If you see anyone's thumbnail saying Bitcoin's getting ready to go to the moon, or anything like that, don't click on it. There ain't nothing in the charts that's telling you Bitcoin's going to get ready to go to the moon at the moment. Maybe it changes, okay? But there ain't anything on there. And this is coming from someone that will look for anything to say that Bitcoin looks bullish. Okay, you know me. I will try to find anything in the charts that say Bitcoin's getting ready to go to 30, 40K. There ain't nothing like that right now at this moment. But we are coming up to potential some things. If the market continues sideways for another month, there are some potential good signs that could pop up on the charts. We just have to be patient here, right? Patience. This continues the time capitulation where the market bores everyone out of the market. It's been that way since June. Okay, we're going on about 7 months of absolute boring price action, just slowly deteriorating people's hopes, right? Killing people's hopes, right? Up in a channel, a little bit lower. Up in a channel, a little bit lower. Not really going too much lower, just deteriorating everyone, like just putting everyone hopelessness, just boredom is worse than capitulation. I always argue that boredom is worse than the market going down. If the market goes down, you usually recover back up pretty quickly, and at least you get some price action. If the market goes sideways, it makes you go insane, and I think a lot of people are going insane at the moment. Let's wait. Let's be patient. There ain't shit going on right now. We all know this. Let's keep it 100. there ain't shit. But I'll be back in... oh, shoot. What'd you guys say over here? Neil said, Jordan, the chat would like you to read Scott's message. Oh, Scott. He said, remember when you had to read the shampoo bottle when you took a crap? Oh, yeah. When there was no phones? People used to have, like, magazines in their bathrooms. Yeah, you had to pick up the hand soap and read it. You even, what else did you do? You guys are gonna make some jokes. What else did you used to do in the bathroom? Don't be dirty, guys. Don't be dirty. Yeah, I mean, you just picked up random shit with labels and been like, oh, what ingredients did this have on it? Oh, metafluoroalkyl. Okay, cool. I didn't know that the shampoo had this in it. Cool. Okay. And you like read the quotes a million times, like, gets you the cleanest you've ever been in your life. And you're like, wow. That's an awesome catchphrase, even though it wasn't. All right, I'm out of here. I will see you guys tonight at 6:30. Once again, you guys want me to be honest with you? I'll be honest with you. Where do I think Bitcoin is tonight? Right here. It ain't leaving this range tonight. I told you, By Friday, Bitcoin will be in this damn range. Okay? We will forever be stuck in this range. We will forever be stuck in this range. And that's why I'm talking mostly about long-term charts and stocks, because those are the only things that are moving right now. Bitcoin is like a stock. And then you got these big players like Tesla and Amazon, which are like altcoins right now. Literally like altcoins. Tesla and Amazon are down more than altcoins in the last 4 months. Think about that for a second. Nuts. But it's a good sign because you're getting the capitulation over with these stocks while Bitcoin remains steady, which is a good sign. Anyways, I'm out of here. Peace out. Later. Catch you guys tonight. Stay easy. Don't get too bored. And like always, guys. I don't know where I'm going with this. Later. Catch you guys at 6:30. Peace.